Okay, so let's just get started here. So the computer might be a little laggy, but my name is Jonah Anderson. This is more or less my game. The game field here I just designed based on a map from Call of Duty Modern Warfare. If you couldn't tell, I used a tool called ProBuilder to basically build the ground, and then I added the walls and like the shipping containers. Those are technically one game object each, so that made a few things difficult. But okay, so just go down here quick. So this is basically my player object. It's just a asset from in the Unity standard assets under characters, first person character, and then I believe it was FPS controller, but I can't exactly actually remember at this exact moment. Anyway, and then I used the gun, which I got from this sci-fi weapons pack, which I got from a website called devassets.com. I watched a lot of videos on how to do this. I got this what's it called, particle effect tier 2 that I made based on one that I saw in a video, which is a modified version of the flare particle effect that you can get in the standard assets folder. Let's see here. So all of these bots are, I guess, what I called hunter bots. They're all just here, and then they just kind of come and find me at one point or another. Unfortunately, none of my bots shoot. That was an issue that I was having, and I ran out of time. So, I mean, technically I did get them to shoot, but since my player, as you can see, doesn't actually have like a body, it was difficult to like for my player to take the hit. I wasn't having issues with that. And then if we go over here, I'll just go to this one here. Okay, so this is one of my 2 pacing bots, as I called them. So there's these 4 little green, like diamonds or whatever, and those are the positions that it'll walk to. This one goes here like this in this order. This one goes like this. And like I said before, none of them shoot, which is kind of disappointing, but I was having issues with that. So let's see here. So for the pacing bots, I just used, well, for all of the bots, I used a prefab from the Sci-Fi Warrior PBR HPP PolyArt package, which you can get from the asset store. There's a couple different options here. I just picked this one here. And then in this as well, it comes with an animator, just like it just kind of displays all the different animations it can do. So I did make my own animator, which I just threw a bunch of the different animations you can do in there. It'll default to this one, and then whatever other ones I want it to use will be called from the scripts. Here's all the animations it can actually use. I didn't use all of them just because I didn't think I would need them, and in fact, I only ended up using like these 3 here, or these 4, sorry. So, let's see here. Let's go back to the scene. So, for the pacing bots, I was unable to figure out. So for like the controlling, I was unable to figure out how to make one script for both of them because I wanted them to go in different. Obviously, not have them both go in like a counterclockwise motion like this one is. I wanted to have them do, like, for example, this one do counterclockwise, this one do clockwise. And so they would have to turn in different directions. And so I thought, well, let's say I have it, once it gets to this one, check which direction the next one is in. I can't think of the word. Basically, like, check for which direction the next one is in to it, the body of the bot. And I watched a video on that. I couldn't get it to work like they did in the video. So I ended up just making 2 separate scripts for each, or a separate script for each one. This is my script for the pacing bot that's over here. Let's see if it loads. I should have done this ahead of time, I guess, to be honest. Okay, so I got it loaded. So this is the script for my pacing bot number 1. So here's the speed it would go at. The wait time is, like, the wait time and the start wait time is 2 variables to like basically pause it from just moving automatically onto the next location. It'll stop there. And actually what I have it doing is right here. It's saying basically if it is at the location, it's going to either pause if the wait time is I can't remember. Oh, okay. So if it's paused, it'll move on. Sorry. If it's at the position and the wait time is 0, it'll move on. Otherwise, it'll count down and rotate a little bit. And basically, I have this is getting the animator that I made, and through that, the animations it can use. Here it's, well, that's defining it, and then this is getting it. And then I also have a die function here, or take damage and then die. When it gets hit by the bullets of my gun, then it would do the take damage. I'll get to that later, but for bot 2, my other pacing bot, it's basically exactly the same. It's just the rotation is different because it's rotating in a different direction because it's going clockwise instead of counterclockwise. The hunter bots use this script. They use a nav mesh agent, which, let's see here. So we've got the nav mesh agent here, which basically just defines where they can and cannot walk. The blue is where they can walk. And then, so they have a nav mesh agent, which keeps them from going off of the blue area. So here I'm getting the animator again. Here's their health. I have this vector 3 last position. I use that here so that I can Let's see here. I'm checking that here to check and see if he has moved or is moving, because with a NavMesh agent, it's going to stop once he's, I think, five spots away from me, and so then he'll stop moving. So if he's still moving, it'll do this walking animation. If he's not moving, it'll just do this idle animation. So here is setting the destination of the player object, so he'll try and find me, and with the NavMesh agent, he'll find the quickest route around all the walls and stuff. Here I've got the take damage and die function again. Here's like my gun controller. Basically, it gets input, checks to see if I'm clicking down with each update. If I am, it will lessen this next time to fire, which is basically like kind of like a wait time thing, to decide how fast my rate of fire would be, like if I can just hold down or what. So this is the damage that my gun does, the range at which it reaches, and then this would be the fire rate. So it uses the camera to point out a raycast in the direction I'm looking. This is my particle effect for muzzle flash, and this is my impact effect for when the bullet hits something. So when I shoot, it'll play the muzzle flash, and then it will shoot out a raycast. If it does hit something, it'll continue on into this if statement. I'm then getting these three different kinds of bots: the Pacing Bot 1, Pacing Bot 2, and the Hunter bots. Basically, it's saying if the bot equals if what the raycast hit equals either Pacing Bot 1, Pacing Bot 2, or a Hunter bot, that bot will take damage using the take damage function that are defined in each of their respective controller scripts. And then this is basically just to destroy. So at first it'll instantiate the impact effect, and then it'll destroy it after 2 seconds. So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it, I think. So let's just, I guess, get right into it. I'll play it quick. I had a menu at one point. It was really nice. It worked good. I had a mishap with my files, and it ended up getting deleted. That was a pretty big bummer, and I appear to be lagging pretty hardcore again. Give me a second. Let's see. Okay, I was having a issue in the Unity editor, so I just loaded up a build I made, just to show you guys the game itself. So basically, if they're within however distance, they just kind of stop and stand there, which makes it really lame because they don't shoot back. Also, there are a lot of them, and I did not realize this at first, but yeah, as you can see, when they die, they have a neat little animation, which came with their skins. So you can run by holding down shift, jump. Doesn't really help much at all, but they're not chasing me yet. Take out a couple of them here. Yeah, so this is pretty much my game. I'm really sad to say that I couldn't get him to shoot. It's really disappointing to me, to be honest. But I was having a lot of issues. I was busy this week trying to keep up with everything, and I got in a little over my head. So yeah, but there you go.